Welcome Capricorn, this is Regina, Pacific Tarot. This is a bonus reading for Capricorn's full moon in Aries meditation, and I'm going to hope that my microphone does not run out, as apparently it did before at 16 minutes and 20 seconds. I was aware, I think I put a note in the description box, but then I forgot about it until a kindly subscriber, thank you so much, reminded me that the video cut out, and I believe it was posted for today. So I don't have the exact same spread of cards I was using then. I try to change it up, but I will do a full moon in Aries meditation for you now. And I thank you so much for liking my videos, for sharing my videos with those who you believe would find them useful, for commenting below, and for subscribing to my channel. Moreover, those of you that are watching this are most probably already subscribers. Welcome to newcomers, but you love and support me in innumerable ways, and I deeply appreciate it. So let's get started with your overall energy for the full moon in Aries, which wasn't that long ago. It was about a week ago. So the Judgment card. This is very powerful. This is about your awareness. This is about your awareness about your path in life and your purpose on this planet, so that you have come to a deeper understanding and judgment about the efforts you've made, about a decision to commit to an opportunity that may represent a kind of do-over for you. You've had opportunities, perhaps none as grand or as important as this particular moment, when you had a sense of destiny or fate attached, but not to the degree that you now are aware of how your journey has progressed, how it has unfolded for you in a way that is fated. And the fact that Pluto is actually signified on this particular card, and that Pluto is wrapping up its last final year in Capricorn after more than 15 years, is part of the awareness that that signifies. This is our last moments, and certainly over 15 to 20 years, a final year may not seem like much, but it is a summary of the lessons learned along that path. For those Capricorns or anyone with any Capricorn placements will have felt this significantly in that area of their lives. This has meant a destruction, a cleaning out, a complete deep dive into one's own personal reserves and resources in order to rebuild and rebuild again. In the past, you have the 10 of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the 7 of Wands. There's a whole shift in the environment that you now recognize as a signature of your life. You are so committed to the process of learning, this purging, destruction, and then rebuilding process, building up on the basis of the essentials, those things that align with your natural and organic power as an individual. This has become the pattern of your life, the process of your unfoldment. And you've also surrounded yourself by a community that recognizes this need to be evolving, this need to be co-creating the resources in the community of abundance, sharing resources, sharing ideas, sharing experiences in safety without judgment. so that this community in its various forms in your life, this can be a literal home, an unconventional home most likely. It can be a school setting, an employment that allowed you experiences in negotiating, communicating, and sharing power in a unique, non-hierarchical way, and on the basis of compassion. So through this, you have learned to stand up for yourself, to set clear boundaries in your life, beyond your home, within your community. It's essential that you consciously and clearly communicate your limits, your needs, your desires. And that has gained you a sense of liberation in clearing away the excess requirements for conformity that may have restricted you in the past, but has opened up to allow your liberation, your way of declaring yourself as a unique and whole person, of not needing to be like everyone else. In the present, we have the Seven of Cups, another seven, the Magician, and the Justice card. Wow. So at this time, you are clear about your vision. You're not quite sure about the way you're going to get there because you have a lot of options you now recognize, and you have a lot of skills. You've achieved a lot in your life. You may have been successful, modestly successful in a number of different arenas. So you're coming to this vision with a sense of a lot of capacity, and a lot of ability to collaborate, a desire to collaborate with others to affect this vision. Moreover, this is about redressing a sense of imbalance, even injustice that you've experienced in your own life. This may be an experience of from your family of origin, conditioning, a particular trauma, a generational trauma, or some kind of external violence that you may have healed, or you have aligned yourself with others who have been victimized by a similar phenomenon. So this can be anything from difference, having some kind of difference, what is often viewed as a disability in the common culture, an experience of fleeing hardship, fleeing war, being a refugee, forced emigration. There's a number of social conditions you may experience that align you with a greater sense of injustice and the empowerment that has been required for you to address that, not only in your life, but to band with others who share that experience in gaining a degree of social power that allows you to demand the redress, the compensation, or the acknowledgement that you are due. In the future, we have the Knight of Swords, the Tower card, and the Queen of Pentacles. Well, the Queen of Pentacles is definitely you, Capricorn. One of your many guides is, in addition to the way that you are sharing what you've learned, is through the example of your own experience, your own narrative. This includes a sense of generosity that you understand must be shared in the environment in order to produce the most positive access to the resources that each individual needs, how to gain abundance, how to gain a sense of empowerment, is something that lives in your experience and that you're willing and able to share with others. The Tower is about the way in which your actions bring about the destruction of some outmoded institution, habit, practice in your individual life, absolutely. But in the larger social order, quite possibly. And to whatever extent the experience of unpredictable change, unplanned change, surprise events, changes that impact others on a grand social scale has only provided you with a sense of hopefulness, a sense of building towards exploring new beliefs, new inspirations, new ideas that can be shared as part of the whole. And those ideas are what you're able to transform through habit, through experience, into the building blocks for your abundance. That you can share these experiences with others to create the sense of gratitude, joy, pleasure, appreciation for the abundance of the world, of your community. I'm going to clarify the Seven of Cups in the middle, the Four of Swords, and the World card. I love it. There has been a sense, if you scratch the surface, if you are as receptive as I believe you are at times overwhelmed by all the opportunities that exist. And instead of going there, because you do recognize that these options are really distractions from what you now know is your path moving forward. Your path in creating something is not just to create something that will be of value to others, but it's also about teaching, showing others, sharing with others the resources you've gained. And for many of you, that is knowledge. But you have really deeply understood the lessons of your many failures and disappointments. So I spoke earlier about having achieved a lot in your lifetime, depending on where you are in your life, being comfortable with how to be successful, understanding the process, but also making sense of your failures, making sense of the way and the places where you couldn't fully commit. You opted out. And understanding that pattern of holding yourself back is part of what you are closing out. You're done with that. You don't need to hold back. You don't need to hide. Instead, you've created the spiritual foundation that really understands your unique patterns, your unique disappointments, and how those disappointments, those heartaches have led to the lessons that have created the path that you've been on, the journey that you've been on, and the spiritual foundation that now informs you, simplifies things, and turns your attention to gratitude. I'm going to pull a Language of the Flowers Oracle card for the Seven of Cups, and we've flipped over a couple. And we'll see. The Peruvian lily is strength. More effort will get you what you want. Well, Capricorns, you know about that. Sweet Elysium, clarity. Bright paths of understanding will open, and that belongs with the Judgment and the Magician and the Peony. Oh my gosh, what a beautiful flower. Health. Focus on all parts to make the whole. This is particularly useful and valuable in a time of cleaning up our acts, decluttering, clarifying our paths, and finally, the soul's journey. And I've come up with indecision. I use my intuition in all aspects of life. So I'm going to thank you for spending time with me again during this bonus reading. Again, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you all for being here. Until next time, namaste.